Yeah, okay. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us in our cyber securities and networks pathway. Hope everyone is well and safe. Um, we are joined here today by our colleagues Bosco, Yvonne, Peter, Ore, Andrew, and alumni Indipal, who will give us all an insight into studying in all the subjects connected with the pathways in this session today. First, just a few housekeeping that I wanted to do. If everyone who's joined us can raise their hands to let me know if you can hear me well. Brilliant, thank you very much. And again, if you can raise your hands again on the bottom panel to let us know that you can see the screen. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so as I said, we've got our colleagues Bosco, Yvonne, Peter, Ore, Andrew, and alumni Indipal in this session this morning. We've got who will be answering Q&A in the chat. So the Q&A chat, if you've got questions that you want to ask throughout the session, please use the chat function to ask away, and our colleagues will answer for you. Also, we've got lots of different courses that can lead to careers in these pathways, so don't worry about missing other sessions. All these sessions are recorded. You can visit our open day page on the website for videos of the courses later on. And like I said, if you've got a question, feel free to use the Q&A button to chat with our teachers and alumni in the session. So I welcome you all, and I'll hand over to Bosco.
Thank you very much, Shah. Good morning, everyone. And thank you very much for joining us on our open day today. And thank you for selecting to be in the cybersecurity and networking pathway this morning. I do hope that you are all well and keeping safe, especially during these unusual times. And what a way to do open day that you are at the moment experiencing open day using technology. And it's an exciting area, cybersecurity. So we're using the internet, and the internet is what cyber is all about. So I'm so glad that you're considering this particular pathway and programs that could lead you into a career within cybersecurity and networks. So why study at Newvik? Okay, so many reasons why you should be coming to Newvik. And when we look at the courses that we offer, and by the way, I'm the curriculum lead for computing and IT at Newvik. We have a team of experts, of people who are experienced in delivering courses that will take you to higher education or apprenticeships, or even directly into the industry. So we have a wide range of people from different areas of expertise that will be teaching you. Newvik is a fantastic place, the community, very supportive. So even within this call, you can see that we've got a lot of people willing to answer your questions. So we are here to support you, to support your studies, to make sure that you succeed. So we are a community. So when you join us, you become part of that community. And there's fantastic facilities, sports facilities. Within the area of IT, we've got fantastic labs and equipment that will allow you to succeed. So what courses do we offer? So we have variety of courses. If you have not gone to our website yet, you probably want to go to our website to see a range of A-levels, a range of BTech courses that we offer, not necessarily only in computing, but in different areas as well. But if you're interested in cybersecurity or IT or computer science, you want to check out our courses in BTech, which provides you with excellent skills that will allow you to progress into these areas. Entry requirements, A-levels, you have entry requirements. You need 5 GCSEs at grade 9 to 5 as a minimum, depending on what subject you select. you will also have an additional entry requirement. So for example, if you want to study A-level computer science, you will need to have a 7 in maths. And I do understand with these unusual times, you're thinking, you know, will I be able to get into it? Depends on what grades you come up with at the end of your GCSEs. We have a range of BTEC courses, again, 5, grade 9 to 4 GCSEs, grade 9 to 4, and there's additional requirements. So when you want to study BTEC computer science, for example, you need a 6 in maths in order to get into these courses. So again, you want to look at the prospectus to see the specific entry requirements for the courses that you intend to study. Shah, if you want to go to the next slide, please.
Yeah.
So this just gives you some sort of potential study routes, and it's not necessarily written in stone here. So you want to look at this prospectus. So we've got a range of vocational qualifications, a range of A-level subjects that could lead you into the cybersecurity and networking pathway. So just briefly, computer science, mathematics comes into mind because cybersecurity, believe it or not, is part of technology. And you are probably going to do a lot of coding as part of securing systems online. Okay, next slide, please, Shah. So basically, that just gives you some sort of idea of the courses within this career pathway. It's obviously we're limited by time. I could have gone much in detail about the units and the components that you study, which relates directly to cybersecurity. But again, we are more bound to see you maybe during the tested days so that you can be able to have a clear understanding if this is an area which interests you. So the next part of this presentation, obviously, is the masterclass. Just to look a little bit more into the area, cybersecurity. And if you have any questions, like Shah said earlier on, just pop the questions into the chat so that my colleagues will be able to answer. If the question is directly to me, that's fine. At the end of all this, I will also be able to give you a little bit more detail about what your question relates to. And we are privileged to have, obviously, Interpol, who is an alumni who is in the industry, and you will be able to ask him questions related to the industry. He was a former student of Newvik, and he will give you a better understanding of how to progress from Newvik to university to the industry. Okay, so we are privileged this morning to have an alumni with us as well. Okay, Shah, next slide, please. So cybersecurity. So obviously, network technologies are constantly changing. You've got a mobile phone, a smartphone, you've got a computer at home that is allowing you to do remote studies. You're using the internet on a daily basis, and it's with almost everyone now, really. So, you know, there's 4.9 billion internet users worldwide. That's November 2020, okay? Statistics. It keeps going up. So as we talk now, probably that figure is much higher than that. And whether it's a third world country or where you are more likely going to be connected to internet. And it is because of this that we're talking about cybersecurity. Cyber attacks is really rampant at an individual level. You could experience cyber attacks, phishing emails. Hacking is real. It's not a myth anymore. So we are talking about this career pathway because it's a potential area that you could work in. It provides unlimited opportunities for you to get into the IT industry, and you know, and follow a really, really exciting career. Okay, so it is really, really a growing area in the IT industry. Cybersecurity is basically a discipline which allows organizations and yourselves as individuals as well to learn how to protect IT systems. So you want to get into that industry because you want to learn how to protect IT systems from cyber attacks, online attacks, okay? So there's a variety of attacks which could come into a system, and even at a home level, hacking into your Wi-Fi and things like that. Okay, so it's really, 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 really an exciting area. Next slide, please, Shah. So it's quite different. Cybersecurity and information security. Information security is more about, securing the assets of the organization's data mainly. Cybersecurity is much more about prevention and protecting systems from unauthorized access coming from the internet. Okay? So the internet is really a big network that we are all connected to, and anyone could hack into a local system from the internet. So cybersecurity is a discipline that allows you to protect computer systems from unauthorized access from the internet. Okay. One of the things when we talk about this is people, well, we're going to learn how to do hacking. So that's one of the questions that always comes up. And to be honest with you, hacking, as it might sound too bad, but actually there's also a good side of hacking, which is called ethical hackers, where you should then be able to learn how to look at all the flaws of a system and identify ways of protecting it. So yes, while you continue studying this area, especially at university level, you will be exposed to some of the tools that hackers also use, but you will be using it obviously from the good end of the law, okay? So next slide, please, Shah. So why is it important? The cost of cybersecurity breaches are really rising. Privacy laws like the GDPR, which we have here in the UK, means that if you are not able to secure personal data that you store in the organizational systems, then if you have a breach, then you're going to have to pay for it, okay? So just to give you an idea, average cost within the UK, Shah, something is on the screen.
Yeah, I'm just going to move it.
It's always in millions, really, okay? Cybercrime is a big business. To be honest with you, people who do hacking, some people do it mainly just for the sake of doing it, but other people actually do to make money out of it. So when you search for cyber attacks in the UK by just Googling it, you will find that there's a lot of articles related to cyber attacks where organizations have had to pay money to get their systems back and up. And if I remember, 2 years ago, I think the NHS system was attacked. And guess what? They were asking to be paid in Bitcoins, okay? So they wanted to be paid in Bitcoins before they could release the GP systems. And that was quite embarrassing, especially for a government agency, not to be able to protect its systems, okay? So I think, Shah, maybe this is a good opportunity to bring Interpol in, just to talk a little bit more about what the experience is. Yeah?
Yeah, so we've got a former Newvik student with us in this session, Interpol, who works in project management with Atos. So Interpol, do you want to come on and just tell us a little bit about your journey and how you got into project management?
Sure. Yeah. Hello, everyone. So I'll touch on my journey and some of the projects that we've worked on, actually relating to cybersecurity as well, which are tying quite nicely. So I guess to start off with, I studied business BTech level 3, extended level 3 vocational course from 2013 to 15, and having completed that, I then went on to do an apprenticeship within project management, and the support I got in terms of applying to apprenticeships as well as applying to university, because I wanted to consider both of the options, was really good. I know I wouldn't have been able to do it without the support of my former tutors and teachers just in general, when it came to successfully securing a place through the recruitment processes and the interviews. So currently, and feel free to, if you've got any questions, drop in the chat, or even for any of the panelists, just feel free to just chip in or stop me if you need any more, if you need me to elaborate. But so after I started my apprenticeship with Atos, which is an ICT consultancy. You can see online they've got apprenticeships. They recruit almost year on year graduate schemes and apprenticeship schemes of level 3 and 4. I'd done that for 2 years. And I've stuck with them because it's a permanent contract, and I've worked with different clients. So Met Police, NHS, UCLH, Trust, and then Department of Health. So working in project management essentially is like, I wouldn't say like managing a business, but like managing a business for a very small period of time because it's a project. But it's predominantly in IT, so we've worked on network infrastructure, and rolling out computers across the hospital. The planning and doing of all of that. I've been part of those projects, and actually at the moment we're working on with the Met Police on digital forensics. So we're actually putting in something called intrusion detection, intrusion prevention system, which Bosco might be familiar with, but it's one of the sort of systems that goes into the network, into the internet, basically to stop hackers. So currently working on that, and that's quite interesting. So yeah, I mean that's in a nutshell. Shah, is there anything else you want me to sort of touch on?
No, that's great, Indipal.
I think that's
yeah, no. Okay. Back to you, Bosco.
Okay, if you go to the next slide, maybe just keep that video. We're running out of time. Just keep that video and you go to the next one.
Explain. I'll have to stop it.
Okay, so what we want now to look at, obviously, is if you were to study and go into these areas, what kind of opportunities does it present? And I think, obviously, Indipal is just looked at some of those, said what his experience has been and the opportunities which is in the industry. If you go to the next slide, Shah, where it talks about the university one. So it's a promising career, and Indipal probably. Just go to the last slide, please, the one which talks about the salary. It's always good to understand. It's always good to understand, obviously, what the career path would provide for you. Cybersecurity is a well-paying career. So what we had in that slide was basically a reasonable per annum salary of over 60 grand a year, which is far, far more than what in other areas, And if you're a consultant, 400, 500 pounds a day, a cybersecurity consultant would be able to get in order to give consultancy to organizations of how to secure their systems from external attacks. University degrees are now much more focused in these areas. So just a quick search on Google, you're going to find lots of it. I'm just giving you certain examples there. So it could be a Russell Group or non-Russell Group. They do have cybersecurity specialism now. That just tells you how important this area is becoming. Jobs are available. Just quickly searching through jobs online. You can just type cybersecurity jobs. You're going to see loads of different areas of cybersecurity. And it's going to continue growing because the more we get sophisticated with internet use, and we're going to bring new technologies, in use. Internet of Things, smart cities, smart cars, driverless cars coming in, and all sorts of things. They are all going to be susceptible to cyber attacks. And you guys are the ones going to secure it, aren't you? So thank you very much for listening. I think we've got a couple of minutes. If there's any questions, you could just ask the questions and then we can be able to get back to you. Okay?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So we're just gonna, before we wrap up, I'm just gonna check for any questions that you guys have.
Okay.
Okay, so one of the questions we've got from a student is, what kind of partnerships does the course have with other universities or employers? If anyone wants to answer that one.
Okay, so within the college itself, obviously we've got partnerships with external bodies. At the moment, we've got what they call Code Club, which obviously is open to the whole college in order to be able to develop digital skills. And part of that obviously is being able to use to be able to develop systems. While you develop those systems, you also need to know how to secure it. Okay. We have partnerships with University of East London. We previously had partnerships with South Bank University as well. And we are continuously developing these partnerships in order to allow a much more realistic experience for the students. I think last year we were part of the professional group, and we had students placed into IBM, and they had fantastic experience in IBM, being exposed to systems. When we have alumni like Indapal there, that is a good partnership as well, because you can be able to give first-hand information of what goes on in the industry and come and speak to you as students as well while you're doing these courses. So we're constantly developing these partnerships.
Another question.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bosco. Another question we've got is students asking, if we were to come out with a grade 2 in English and maths, what should I do in this worst case scenario?
Okay, so we hope that you do well. That's the first instant. But if you don't do very well in your GCSEs, it's not the end of the world, and you're still interested in studying a course that will take you into this career path. We have a level 2 program. So a level 2 program requires you to have at least 2 GCSEs at a grade 3, okay? So if you've got 2 3s, you should be able to study an IT course with us, and then that's a 1-year course, which will then lead you to a level 3 course, and then you can be able to get yourself back on track to go into university, okay? So two grade 3s will get you to a level 3 course. So don't give up, keep working hard, and hopefully you get more than that and get straight into a level 3. But if you don't, we've got a level 2 program to allow you to progress into a level 3. Okay.
Thank you, Bosco. Maybe this question is for Andrew. Students asking, do we get to work with things like servers and data centers?
Yeah, I set up practical tasks for the students. I normally set up a server, have a couple of computers attached to it. They create accounts and they test out things like the security of the servers and the computers, and they put things into place like to stop hackers and all that sort of things.
Thank you, Andrew. Another question for anyone in the team. A student saying, I didn't study computer science at GCSE level, but I'm interested in doing this at A level or BTEC. Will this be possible?
Should I answer it?
Feel free.
So there's no specific requirements that you should have studied computer science at GCSE to get into any of our programs. There is no specific requirements. So whatever you come to do, even when you come to do computer science BTEC with us, we'll start you from scratch. So you learn new programming languages from scratch. We don't require you to study GCSE computer science at all. All we require you to have a good maths grade 6, to be able to get onto our computer science program. That's all you need. Okay.
Thank you, Bosco. We're running out of time now, so just to kind of say thank you to everyone for joining us in this session, and to the team for presenting and answering the questions. Our applications for September 2021 are now open, so you can go online and visit our webpage on newvik.ac.uk/apply to complete an application form. With the sessions today, there's lots of sessions running, so if you've missed anything, all the videos from today will be available on our website starting from next week, so you can go back and watch the session if you've missed anything. And yeah, so go online, check our website for any other more information that you'd want to check back on, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.